Okay, good morning everyone once again. And this is CKC Academy, class 9th, and we are learning computer science. Chapter number 2, input output devices and memory devices. And for your kind information, this meeting is getting recorded. So those who are not able to join the meeting, they may join us later. I'll be sharing the same video on the YouTube. Let us have a brief recap of what we have studied so far. The following are the contents. We have to study all these things. The computer system, the computer hardware includes the input unit, the processing unit, and the output unit. The input unit, the processing unit, and the output unit. The input device is used to feed data into the computers. This we have done all before. The input devices are used, the following are the input devices: speech recognition, digital cameras, scanners, optical data readers, MICRs, OCRs, and magnetic stripe card. Next. The most commonly used input device is the keyboard that we are having at hand. And I told you that the normal keyboard is having one from 100 plus to 108 keys. And the keyboard uses the concept of ASCII. This we already have studied. The ASCII is the American Standard Code for Information Interchange. The ASCII code enables the computer to convert the signal that you pass on to the computer by pressing the keys or clicking the mouse or by giving any other commands through the keyboard into the machine language using this ASCII code. Moving to the next slide. I told you there are a number of keyboards. The first one is a standard keyboard that we are having at hand in front of our computers. This keyboard is known as a QWERTY keyboard, and it is having around 108 keys. This includes all the keys, including the volume keys, everything. Then there are wireless keyboards. They uses the Bluetooth and the infrared technology to connect to the computer. Then the third one is the most important. There are the ergonomic keyboards, which are user friendly. You can see this figure. You can see the following figure. There's a syndrome which is known as the carpal tunnel syndrome. When we use the mouse for a longer period of time, somebody is asking why it is having a ABCD, why it does not have a ABCD in sequence. Actually, it's a well researched concept. Like throughout the English vocabulary, the most frequently used letters are placed according to the distance from your hat. The more is the distance, the less is the frequency. The less is the distance, the more is the frequency. Like A, S, D, F, these are the keys we use more frequently. That's why these keys are in the middle row so that you can use them more frequently. So there are ergonomic keyboards which are helpful to your so that you may not get injured. Because when we use a computer for 10 hours, 12 hours, say we are a computer programmer or a software engineer, and we need to use a ergonomic keyboards. Moving ahead, Virtual keyboard. It's a software device that is used to input the data just like the hardware keyboard. Virtual keyboard is a keyboard that you have on your mobile screen when you use WhatsApp. That is a virtual keyboard that appears on your screen. Compact keyboard is a keyboard. Most of the times we use it for games. On your laptop also it's a compact keyboard. The, the cursor, the touch, the touching the part is there on the keyboard itself. The touchpad. Next. Moving over to the next slide is the mouse. The mouse is an input device that controls the movement of the cursor on the display screen. Mouse stands for mechanically operated user serial engine. This you might have not studied anywhere, but this is the full form of the mouse. Mechanically operated user serial engine. It's a very small device. It uses the concept of infrared rays. And there are two types of mouses. There's an optical mouse and there's a mechanical mouse. There's a third category of mouses, which is the wireless. But wired and wireless is a different category. Here we are studying the technology that is used inside a mouse. That is a mechanical mouse or an optical mouse. Excuse me. Somebody came in between. Let us continue with this. The mouse is an input device that controls the movement of the cursor on the display screen. So this is the mouse, and there are two types of mouse: the optical mouse and the mechanical mouse. Let us understand the technology behind them. Let's see, there's a figure over here. These are the mechanical mouse. You can see there's a ball over here. This is a nowadays this ball is replaced with a LED that you see generally underneath a mouse. You can see I am also having a mouse. There's a LED below it. You can see this. Okay, this ball is replaced with a LED. Mechanical mouse has a small rubber ball. This is a rubber ball, small rubber ball. That moves against the two rollers, and the two rulers are across the x-axis and the y-axis. When the ball rolls, rolls over, it moves the rollers which are across the x-axis and the y-axis, and thus the cursor moves on the screen, and you are able to make an exact location with the help of this rubber ball. Then there's the optical mouse. The optical mouse is more accurate and has no moving parts. It uses a laser to detect the movement. Next, the next input device is a joystick. A joystick, you are well aware. If you are into gaming, you know what a joystick is. A joystick can be moved into all the four directions. The function of the joystick is similar to that of a mouse. It's mainly used in playing computer games. Next, scanner. The scanner is an input device which works more like a photocopy machine. This you might have seen most of the times when you go to the shopping malls and other places. You see this. This is a handheld scanner. We call it as a handheld scanner. It is used when some information is available on the paper and it is to be transferred into the computer for further memory. Scanner captures the images from the source, which are then converted into the digital form. Next, the optical mark reader, OMR, very important. An optical mark reader is a device that reads the pencil marks and converts them into computer processable. Excuse me. A computer processable form. When we have competitive examinations, and especially during your science Olympiads, SOF, you might have used the OMR sheet. On the OMR sheet, you fill the bubbles to mark down the correct answers. Now, this is a special device which is used to read those answers and convert them into digital form, the information into a digital form. Here we use special pre-printed forms, as I have told you. Next, the optical character recognition, OCR. This also you might have seen. See the figure. The main use of this device is to recognize alphabet and numerical characters. The OCR technique permits the direct reading of any printed character without any special ink. So you do need a user can scan a page from the book, the OCR. And finally, this can be edited in the word processor. Okay. This also you might have seen in the various what do you call grocery stores and all. Moving next. MICR. So these are all the three: OMR, OCR, optical mark reader, optical character reader, and MICR. These are the three: OCR, OMR, and MICR. The MICR, let us see what is this MICR. This is a, you have seen this, this is a bank check. So in the bank check, There's a check number which is written in the magnetic ink. You have to follow my cursor wherever my cursor goes. This is a check number which is written in magnetic ink. And only this MICR can identify this is the machine. This is the machine which can identify that this is the original check or this is the false check. The shapes of the characters by sensing the magnetic charge in the ink. So there is a magnetic charge in the ink that we use on these checks. So this is a bank check. It's written over here, check, and this is the check number which is written in magnetic ink. This is the machine. Moving next. We are moving over to the next category, the next section of this chapter, which is the output device. The device that displays output to the user is called the output device. When the data and the instruction are fed into the computer and processed, the next step is to get the desired output. I have already taught you about the black box model. If you are well aware, the black box model was the input, the processing, and the output. So the work of the output device is to display the output. Very simple it is. It is written in the simplest of the language. Okay, the output displayed on the monitor in the form of soft copy, and the output can be printed through a computer, through a printer using a hard copy. Moving next. The first one in this category is a monitor. A monitor is that which you see on your screen. It is commonly used output device, sometimes called as a display screen. So this is a display screen. Sometimes it's LCD, sometimes it is LED, and other times it's a VDU, visual display unit. The smallest dot that can be displayed is called a pixel. The pixel stands for picture element. Pixel stands for picture element. This is the meaning of pixel. And the monitor may be available to you in different sizes, maybe 12 inches, 14 inches, 18 inches. Okay. The size may vary for different brands that you purchase. The size may vary. Let us see this. Different types of monitors. The first one is a cathode ray tube. Earlier you might have seen these TVs. It was just like a TV that was available in our houses long back. Then came the LCDs and the LEDs, and now there are panel displays. If you want to know the full forms, these are the full forms. The CRT stands for cathode ray tube. LCD stands for liquid crystal display. Then TFT stands for thin film transistors. LED stands for light emitting diode. These are all technologies, different technologies are these. CRT, LCD, TFT, and LED. The next output device is the printer, and there are different varieties of printer. Let us see the flow chart over here. Printer, and there are two types of printers: impact printer and the non-impact printer. An impact printer is a line printer and a dot matrix printer. We do not use these printers anymore. Very rare you will see these printers. A non-impact printer, thermal printer, laser printer, and inkjet printer. The most we use is the laser printer and the inkjet printer. These are the most widely used printers. And what do they give us? They give us the hard copy. They give us the hard copy of the data. Moving next. Let us see. This is a photo image of an impact printer. This is actually a dot matrix printer. Impact printers use a printing head. What do they use? They use a printing head. I'll show you. This is a printing head. Containing a number of metal pins which strike an ink ribbon. Okay. Moving next. Characteristics of impact printer. An impact printer, there is a physical contact with the paper. Due to being robust and low cost, it is useful. It is useful for bulk printing. Whenever you want to do a bulk printing, you use a dot matrix printer. Okay, you need not study in detail. These points are not of much importance. Let us see a laser printer. I want to tell you all that within 3.5 minutes this meeting will end, and you need not rejoin again because I'm having another class in successive order. So we'll be stopping within after this laser printer. We'll be stopping the lecture today itself. This will be done for today, and this is being recorded. So if you are not able to join the class, you need to tell them. You need to tell your friends that they can see it on YouTube. Let us see line printers. These are line printers. Okay, not much important. We'll move ahead. Dot matrix printer I have already told you. These are thermal printers. You might have seen at various petrol pumps and ATM. Machine uses these thermal printers to print the bills. You might have seen at various grocery stores. Okay. This is the inkjet printer. Needless to say, this is the most commonly used printer. It uses liquid ink, colored cartridges, which combine with magenta, yellow, and cyan to create color tones. These are the primary colors, or you may even call them secondary. And through these secondary colors, you may combine these colors to make different colors. But the speed is slow. This is the drawback. The laser printer image is not shared here, but these printers print in dot per inch DPI. If you see the settings of a printer, you will find that the printing quality is in dots per inch. The more dots per inch, the more is the print quality. Moving next, these are plotters. You might have seen a flex printing machine. A plotter is similar to that. A plotter is an output device that draws shapes on paper based on commands from the computer. Moving next output device are speakers. The speakers are the output device where sound signals are converted. We get the sound signals from analog to digital or digital to analog for different frequencies. Dear students, this is all for today. Thank you so much for joining this class. And this will be the end of this meeting. If you have any doubts, you please send your doubts on the WhatsApp group or on my personal number. I'll be more happy to answer your doubts. Thank you so much.